Greetings from the Erie Coast. This is Matt Shad. This is another episode of the Zoot Report Sunroof Edition. Wow. Yeah, it's a little dark outside. I just finished a 13-hour day. All because somebody cut themselves real bad with a knife, with a razor knife, right in the hand. So everything had to be switched around. Everything had to be, the other poor guy, he had a 15-hour day. They started at like 6:30. I started at 8. So they had like a 15, 16-hour day. I don't know. But damn. Yep. So the importance of having an IFAC, a tourniquet, an IFAC. If, like, this guy, he was good. I mean, he's okay. Matter of fact, he's coming to work tomorrow, but he's on light duty, I guess. Whatever that means. I mean, he had some ingenuity. He cut the shit out of his hand with a freaking razor blade, box cutter. Blood went everywhere. Like, damn. I didn't see it. They did it on the road and had to come back. They took me off my route, put me on his route. He went to the hospital. But his ingenuity, he took we have these rags these yellow rags. You've probably seen them. Yellow rags, green rags. You buy them in bulk. He had one of those, dirty as hell, which is fine. They clean that shit at the hospital. But he had that thing wrapped up, and he took rubber bands, and that's how he stopped the bleeding. But he didn't have a first aid kit. He didn't have a IFAC. He didn't have a tourniquet. I mean, he didn't have gauze. I mean, luckily he was able to, get the bleeding to stop. But I even seen work. They pulled out a little piece of gauze and some tape. I'm like, yeah, just in case. Just in case. If he cut his hand, y'all need more than that. Damn. Whatever. Yeah, I showed him, and jokingly, I was like, hey, you need a tourniquet. Pulled one right out of my pocket. It's like, you need to keep one of these on you, man. And, at work, people don't care. It's like, well, I'm never going to use that. Well, yeah, okay. This guy had to literally figure out a way to stop the bleeding with basically urban bushcraft. Workplace bushcrafting. I mean, so it's very important. And I luckily I pulled mine out just in case. Right? He got back and was, bleeding all over the place. Pulled my IFAC out. And he's like, what's that? I was like, that's IFAC. Individual first aid kit. This is the tourniquet. I can put this around your neck and stop the bleeding on your head. Can you get it for a minute? Yeah. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yeah. It's like, but wow, the importance of being prepared. I mean, yeah, it didn't happen to me. I don't use box cutters. I use use like little X-Acto knives, breakaway, old fucking razor knives. And I have just a little B blade. That's what I use for all my work. So I don't know. I mean, now he's going to be he's going to be in the market for an IFAC and tourniquet and all that stuff. You know, so I don't know. So he knows now. What's that saying? I hate that saying. You go learn now. You go learn. All right. So he learned. He learned the hard way. Thankfully, he didn't cut his wrist or something. Just goes to show the importance of, you know, being prepared for any situation that may arise. You know. Yeah, he made do with what he had. Pretty smart, pretty ingenious. Could have been easier, you know. I mean, I'm sure he was running around, looking around, you know, trying to find the materials he needed to stop the bleeding, the profuse bleeding that happened. Yeah, it was everywhere too. It was like, oh shit, bro. You were bleeding bad. I don't know, I think I'm gonna first and foremost throw it on a tourniquet and then stuff the wound, or it was a razor blade, so you know, a lot of gauze and a lot of tape, real tight. I'm gonna stop that real quick. Maybe some stipend powder, blood clot. I do have blood clot, you know, bandages. That would have worked out real well. You know, razor blade, razor cuts. I mean, it went right into his hand, deep, real deep. So yeah, he was kind of freaking out a bit, but yeah. Tourniquets, IFACs. Make sure you have those things for yourself and for others. And you should probably have more than one, if not have all the supplies too. So, you know, if I would have used the IFAC on him, then I'm like, well, shit. Now I got to replace what I used, and if I don't have any supplies, right? So that it just kind of it's motivated me to get extra supplies, because I have IFACs on all my gear, right? Yeah, oh shit, I only got two. I got one on me at all times, and one on my little action pack, action gear, LARPing gear. And then I've got various supplies in my backpack, so I can, you know, resupply it. Basically gauze. But yeah, this has inspired me to get more. 2 is 1, 1 is none. But in this case, 2 is 1. Or yeah, 2 is 1, and 2 is none. I'm like, damn. 2 is none. So I need a lot more. I need a lot more IFACs, and I like to stock them up. More gauze, An Israeli bandage at least in there, chest seals, more tourniquets, a bunch of tourniquets, shit like that. Anything to stop the bleeding. Yeah, blood clot. I'm gonna need more blood clot. Yeah, I'm just thinking here. Yep, gonna need more. Need more stuff. And so that way I could help myself and others. I could just take that IFAC, throw it here, use this, and then I get it back and have to replace everything. I'm like, all right, whatever. I already got that at the house or in my backpack or whatever. But if I would have used that IFAC, which it happened early in the morning, I would have had to go the whole day without supplies because they were used up in the IFAC. Like, damn, that's not good. Would have been like him, getting an old dirty rag, chemicals all over it, stuffing it in the hole, using rubber bands and duct tape to seal the wound, seal everything, and dress everything out. So yeah, I'm inspired here, and so is this guy. I mean, it's nice to have, your ouchie boo boo kit. That's what I call it, ouchie boo boo kit. It's got some tape in it. It's got some gauze. Got a lot of freaking Band-Aids. Neosporin. Minor cuts and abrasions. Shit like that. My big one that I built myself, it's got everything. So, okay, yeah, I got 3. The big one I got's got everything. It's got medicines, drugs, it's got anti-diarrhea. It's got, which will save your life out there in the bush, out there in the woods. You eat something bad, you're just shitting yourself. That's not good. You're really shitting yourself to death. Anyway, yep, get some anti-diarrheas, some Benadryl, because things do poison you. Some, painkillers, and I've tested the painkillers before. I've had Oxys and Percocets, and they do lose their potency over time. But how do you replace that? I mean, I just got to take more. That's all. And you do it on a graduated scale. I'm not just gonna take like a whole fucking pill bottle, just dump it down my throat. No, hell no. You forget to breathe. That's how you die. Wow, we got some fireflies out here. Lightning bugs. Yeah. But having more. Oh yeah, splint making. I mean, I know splint making. I duct tape and a knife and a saw. You can make a splint out of wood. There's wood everywhere. Tree branches, limbs. Split a 2x4. Find some pallet wood. I don't know, whatever. I guess I probably need some kind of splint. I just I worry about weight sometimes. Bulk and weight, right? But it's better to have it, not need it, than need it, not have it. So I'm gonna get more more supplies, more IFAKs, and just have them, just to have them. And a lot of that stuff just does not go bad. Your gauze, your tape, depending, if it's exposed to water and heat, that glue gets a little weird. But definitely more tourniquets, definitely more gauze, more tape. I mean, even though, anything can happen, and that's what this guy was not prepared at all. Never crossed his mind that, hey, this job requires you to use knives and cut things. Maybe you should have, and they give us gloves, those little stop cut gloves. Alright, maybe that might have helped him, but nobody likes them because you just don't have any feeling. They're not sensitive enough, not sensitive to your needs, so nobody wears them. And they do supply us with little bitty knives, which a lot of people are like, hey, bigger is better. I guess, but when you're using a big fucking box cutter to cut little bitty strips and things, when a little knife will do, I don't know, right to for the job. I mean, I could bring my samurai sword, cut these little straps. But why? I'll damage the products, damage myself, damage my sword. Bigger's not always better, right? No, I know, I can hear y'all. That's what she said. Yeah. I don't know, I've been feeling kind of, prudent. Been feeling some prudence here lately. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm usually reckless and fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. Now I'm like, maybe I should rather wait and see. Maybe I should have more. Maybe I should prep this, prep that. That's good. That's good. Yeah, more IFAKs, more medical supplies, more first aid supplies. Yeah, that guy was totally unprepared, didn't even cross his mind. I know so many people like him. You probably do too. My EDC is one of my EDC articles is a tourniquet. It lives in my cargo pocket. in everything I wear. Everything. I forget it's there. It's gone. It weighs nothing. It takes up little space. And it's there. I feel it when I'm looking for my cigarettes. I'm like, there they are. Oh, where's my phone cord? Oh, it's right next to the tourniquet. Yeah, most people don't have anything. Just nothing. Couple inches, lower on his hand, and he would have been cutting vital arteries in his wrist. If he was more zealous on his cut, he would have cut something really bad. Been bleeding out and shit. So yeah, I'm got me thinking. I mean, I'm good. I've got a freaking IFAK. But what happens after I use the IFAK? You know? I mean, it's better to have it and use it on myself. But now I'm thinking, if somebody needs it, if somebody else needs it, you know, I'm gonna be like, I think you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. You're good. Yeah, I'm not gonna pull out my IFAK. And then, you know, dude gets seriously injured, and I'm not helping him. You know, because I don't want to use up my stock. I'm like, damn, man. So I got to get more stuff. I got to get more. I got to carry more with me. At least a replacement supply. You know what I mean? I don't want to carry 2 IFAKs. What the fuck? Okay, yeah, please get the hell out of my way. Wow, get home safe. Please, get home safe, because you really don't. Man. It was a young person too. I thought it was grandma. I thought it was grandpa driving all slow and shit. Some young person lost with their phone out. Yep. One phone on their hand and one hand on their phone and one hand on the steering wheel. Wow. So yeah, if I just had my IFAK, which I did, you know, I'm thinking, yeah, I would have used it without question. You know? But then it dawned on me, wait a minute. Now I got to go the whole day without my insurance policy, because I helped somebody who needed it right away. And I don't have a replacement. I've expended my my supply. Like, oh shit. So yeah, my pack will be a little bit heavier, I think, but that's okay. You know, a couple extra tourniquets, a couple extra gauze, some quick clot, you know, just, I mean, everything. Just extra, you know, Israeli bandage, extra quick clot, extra tape, shit like that. Probably some butterfly stitching too. I think I got some of that. I need to look at my IFAK, you know, take inventory. Because I mean, that would have been great for his little, well, for his razor cut gash. You know, that would have closed the wound really good. Or some liquid skin. That's pretty good, right? Hell, just fucking regular old super glue, which, by the way, speaking from experience, the ER really hates super glue. They really don't like super glue. Like, oh, you super glued your cut shut. Damn it. Why? Why would you do that? Apparently there's some nasty shit in the super glue. Fucking give you some kind of toxic thing or something. I don't know. You know, they want to clean the wound out. That's what they want to do. They want to clean out the wound, irrigate the wound, clean out the wound, and you know, throw some stitches on it or whatever. I mean, they've got their version of super glue, liquid skin, right? Works pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, you know, everything's got to be sterile for them. For us, it's like, fuck it. I'm going to use a dirty rag and some rubber bands. You know? I mean, I had a cut, and I used a cut up of a wife beater and electrical tape. You know? It worked out pretty good, but, you know, they didn't like it. I got a cut on my finger, really bad cut. Used super glue, and they're like, no, why would you do that? Like, it was bleeding. It's a hole in my hand. I needed to use my hand afterwards. So yeah, some things to think about, man. Do you okay, you've got an IFAC, but do you have more than one? Do you have a backup IFAC? I don't. I have limited supplies. I might be able to augmentate my IFAC if some gauze were used. You know, the tourniquet, I guess I could use a tourniquet over and over, right? I guess. I want to wash it first, but of course my tourniquet's pretty nasty anyway, really, to tell you the truth. But yeah, some gauze, some tape, some quick clot, extra. Yeah, I'm gonna need to stock up here. Shit. That's my realization of the whole after action report. So yeah, thank you very much, folks, for hanging out with me tonight on this late Zoot Report. I did an early Zoot Report, didn't I? Yeah, of course I did. Oh. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Yeah, tell me in the comments, what do I need? I need all kinds of shit, don't I? Yeah. Boom, boom, and boom. So yeah, thank you all, folks, hanging out with me tonight. This has been Mad Shad with another episode of the Zoot Report. Skull.